Good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook video where I'm going to discuss with you all the major dollar pairs and gold. Alright, the DXY, as you can see, is pretty consolidative at the moment. This is the weekly time frame, and as you can see, it's down, up, down, up, down. So yeah, really rough conditions to be trading the major dollar pairs in the last few weeks already. If we look at the daily time frame, then we can see that we are swing bullish still between this high and this low. We've retraced in towards the 0.5. We made an initial reaction up, then swiped everyone underneath, and now a V-shaped reversal in towards the highs. So the one thing that we can say and see is that over here is a bullish daily demand zone situated. Together with the yearly and monthly open in there. So what we can expect is a pullback towards the yearly monthly open, then a change of character, and then a break in towards the highs once again. And I mean, in order for that to happen, we need to see, of course, some bearish confirmation in towards the downside. Last week, once again, was pretty hard to trade because we have been consolidating even on the 4-hour time frame. So there were no positions to be taken here on the major dollar pairs, in my opinion. And I have been sitting on my hands for almost 2 weeks, beside from one position at the end of last week, but we're going to cover that in a little bit. So what do I want to see now? I want to see a clear bearish momentum in towards the downside, then a pullback, and then potential dollar shorts towards this liquidity over here or this liquidity over here. And then see a change of character for continuation longs on the dollar. Only thing is, yes, we have the daily supply zone situated over here. With a big push down and then the move up, but these are all ascending lows and are not that strong. So let's see how deep we can retrace. Maybe this is already enough. Otherwise, what we're going to see is probably a push towards this liquidity and maybe even all the way to here, and then a change of character, respecting this low here, and then some continuation longs for the dollar. But I do think that in the immediate future, upcoming week, let's say, we can see some possible downside on the DXY. So I'm going to monitor for that. But today is a bank holiday as well on Monday the 25th. So not a lot of momentum and volatility is going to be in the markets today. And I'm just going to wait for some more clarity on the DXY. As you can see as well, we still stayed within this swing structure over here. We didn't break the 1-hour swing structure bearish as of yet. Yeah, it's going to be waiting. There's not going to be a lot happening today. So that's the plan for DXY as of now. So once again, I expect some more downside to grab some liquidity, change of character, and then continuation in towards the highs with the daily and weekly structure. Because if we look at the weekly one more time, what we can see is that we pushed down, we made a break up, and now we've been pushing down in towards the demand zone, and the immediate structure, like the fractal structure, is also weekly bullish. So we can expect some more upside from the DXY. If we then go to EURUSD, what we can see is that we took out liquidity underneath this low. We got an initial reaction. We swiped them one more time, buyers, one more time a swipe. And what happened now is that we came back in towards this demand zone, and that is pushing up price higher from there. The 4-hour swing structure, in my opinion, is still bullish because I don't really see this as a swing break. This is because if we look at this low here, then we didn't retrace towards the 0.5 anywhere. So this is our first retracement in towards the 0.5, and I do think we can still trade up higher from here eventually. If we look at the DXY and we want to see that lower, then of course there are some higher prices possible for EURUSD. So we can either start to look for a like short-term short from this demand zone over here. So price coming down lower and then from here up higher. There is still liquidity situated above here and above here. And there is the yearly and monthly open, so could be possible that we see some price trading up higher towards these levels, taking out liquidity as well, and then a change of character in towards the downside once again, in line with that DXY, then taking out the liquidity, retracing down lower, and then shows us a change of character that it wants to trade up higher once again. So maybe, but we have to see how the price develops. We can take some potential long setups in the near future. But that's not going to be today, and I think I'm going to wait tomorrow as well, but we'll have to see what the market gives us then. If we then continue to GU continued up higher as of now. We are swing bearish on GU on the 4 hour. On the daily we are still bullish, so that's not really in line with each other. We did push in towards the still open demand zone, and from there price has continued up higher. We're now trading around the yearly open and weekly open. If we go to the 4 hour, then yes, we are swing bearish. So what can we expect from this? If we delete this and we go to the immediate 4 hour swing structure, then this is our high and this is our low. We are now trading inside the premium prices and we are trading towards some liquidity. So let's see if we can take out some of the liquidity, maybe even the open supply zone over here, then wait for a change of character and continue down lower, or we're going to break swing bullish once again and then wait for a retracement and continuation up higher. But as of now, because the swing structure here on the 4 hour is still bearish, I do want to wait what's going to happen there. Also, the 4 hour fractal structure is still bearish between this high and this low, so there are no longs to be taken for me as of now. If we do break this and then see continuation up higher, then yes, there are some longs possible, but you are trading against the swing structure. So preferably taking out this, create some nice price action here, break down once again, and then some continuation shorts. But yes, it is against the trend on the daily time frame, so that's a thing to watch out for. On the other hand, if we look at GU on the bigger time frame, then yes, we had a big push down. This would be our swing high. Then we are now trading in this, or in premium prices. We took out some liquidity, not all of it. Weekly is a little bit unclear. We have to zoom in more in towards this like immediate price action. But looking at the daily and just following the swing, yes, we are still bullish, and we could expect that price trades up higher from here. But it is once again a little bit against DXY currently, so we need some real clear structure forming and some clear positions to be shown to us. NZDUSD is a little bit unclear for me as well, because we are just consolidating as of now. Didn't swipe the fractal over here, so yes, we are still fractal bullish after not swiping the low over here, so we are still swing bullish as well. Maybe now with that bearish dollar, we can trade up a little bit higher on NZDUSD, but I do not prefer this pair because of the ugly consolidative price action, and I'm going to wait for some clearer structure on NZDUSD. AUDUSD, on the other hand, broke a swing bearish, and I was looking for some sell positions from this zone, but also really consolidative. not really clear price action in my opinion to trade from, and we're just going to wait for DXY to choose a direction. I do think we can remove this, and let's see what we can get. Maybe a push in towards the monthly open, then a change of character, or there's going to be some clear like bullish price action forming, and then some continuation longs. But as of now, everything is a little bit unclear. USD CAD is now trading inside the 4-hour supply zone that I had still drawn out. It's a strong zone because we swipe liquidity over here and then make a break in towards the downside. We took out the liquidity that was still open, so maybe some more upside with the DXY trading up a little bit higher. And then eventually I am still wanting to see a breakdown to grab a lot of all the leftover liquidity or created liquidity in this whole move up. So that's going to be waiting as well. USDJPY is still going to be rather quick a no trader for me. We're just literally trading sideways right now, so there are no positions to be taken here. On USDCHF, we started to see some downside once again after trading inside this supply zone. But inside this supply zone, there was not a position to be taken for me because this is not a high I want to trade off. Then a lot of consolidation here. We eventually started to break down. I was waiting for a new long to take out those highs here. I wanted to see this low get swiped last week and then some bullish confirmation, but we didn't really get that. If we then look at the 4-hour, what we can see is, yes, we were still bearish here. And I do expect some downside movement as of now. If we really want to see buys once again, then we have to create some nice 4-hour break. So maybe taking out more liquidity, then a clear break in towards the upside. But also with the rest of the major dollar pairs, there is not a lot to do in my opinion. We are now 4-hour fractal bearish. Still 2 4-hour fractal breaks in towards the downside, maybe a push up, see some liquidation above this liquidity high, then a change of character, continuation shorts. It's just all a little bit unclear for me currently. If we then look at gold, then as you guys know, I took a short position last week a little bit against my plan because normally, as I say, I don't short gold. But on the 1 hour, there was a really beautiful position to be taken. We took out liquidity underneath here. We made a push up, then a clear break down. So 1 hour swing structure was bearish here between this low and this high. Then there was liquidity over here. We took out the liquidity, started to break down again. Once we created that break, I put a limit on the liquidity that was formed here. As you can see, we got tapped in. We started to trade down lower. But yeah, then some news came out. We pushed up higher. The rest of the week was just really slow price action. I decided to keep the position open over the weekend. And then on Saturday night, if I'm correct, Trump tweeted something about the war situation in the Middle East, and price just shooted up towards 45.80 indeed, taking me out of the position. So that's really unfortunate. We took a loss there. So yeah, it's the end of the month as well. I was up 4%. I'm now at 3%, and I've learned my lesson once again. Don't short the gold, even if the opportunity looks to be there. And on the other hand, I could have known that it would have been smarter if I had closed the position like before the weekend, because a lot of times Trump tweets in the weekend, something happens in that war situation over the weekend, and then of course gold really reacts big on that. So unfortunately took a loss. If we look at silver, then silver I did wanted to see trade down a little bit lower, just towards this liquidity over here, and this low creation was not like really convincing to me, so I wanted to see that low get swiped. But as of now, as you can see, we are still trading up a little bit higher. Still, if we take out this, I'm not really convinced by the fact that we're going to really trade bullish, and I'm not trying to call the bottom here, so I'm still going to be a little bit more patient and a little bit more defensive at the end of the metals. Also with gold, if we look at the 4 hour, then you know it's a bit consolidative as well, going sideways, not really choosing a direction, and I'm going to be waiting for either a swipe of the lows, as I was thinking that was going to happen previously, and then a clear break up and trade the bullish price action, because in the end I still believe that we're going to trade up higher towards at least this high over here, and there is still a lot of liquidity to be taken out. Otherwise, it's going to be waiting for some clear break of structure here, a retracement, and then some bullish confirmation once again to trade up higher. So yeah, no positions to be taken as of now. Still really a lot of uncertainty for the major dollar pairs. DXY not choosing a direction. And for me, it's my job now to just be sitting on my hands waiting for the opportunities to come my way. Going to journal that gold trade really well and going to reflect on it a little bit, what I could have done better and what I can improve in the future. Guys, thanks for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more and follow my journey. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.